And normally what we do is we wait a little bit, like 5 minutes for people to come in. For anyone who's new, if you have any questions, you can always type in the chat. And if you want to change your profile name, you can press the little bubble on the bottom right, which says profile and settings. And under profile, there's an edit button. And there you can give yourself a name and log in with an email or a wallet. And yeah. So that's for the people who are new. I don't know if anyone is new here or if you've all had a little bit of experience with the on cyber or the metaverse. I see 3 Anons. So Anons, please feel free to ask any questions or to change your name so we can see who you are. We're just waiting for people to come in and before we start. And we're waiting here in the downstairs area. Did you get your image? Oh, wait, my doorbell. Hold on. I'll be back in a few minutes.
For sure. Okay, guys, if someone just want to say hi, you can ask for the mic. We're still waiting for speakers to come in. Whoa, penguin avatar. Yeah, this is going to be cool. Actually, I know Paladin is in contact with the guy that creates for them all kinds of unique avatars. So yeah, maybe we should offer that.
I just noticed that I can upload my own avatar. So yeah.
Oh, where are you? So how is your avatar look like now?
Oh, I've just got the little purple guy with the dice on his head right now.
Oh yeah, I see it. Okay, very cool. You made it yourself?
No, I didn't make this one. This is a default one, but I just now noticed that there's an option to upload your own VRM files so you can create your own avatar. So
yeah.
Another project to add to the list.
Absolutely. Yeah, we are like our uniform here. Make it easier, like, you know, uniform keeps you focused on like you don't need to think about what you're going to wear.
Yeah, my avatar used to be a plague doctor, but the plague doctor is not available anymore.
Yeah, I think we can. There is this guy, Skywalker. He designed avatars professionally. So like it's really cool if you have a branded one, or you know. But yeah. I like the dice head. It's cool.
Okay, guys, I'm copying here the link for the Twitter post that broadcasting us on X. It's from the Paladin Punks account. So if you guys can comment, share, whatever.
Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Yes. Who's speaking? I will approve the mic again.
Hello? Is my microphone working?
I can hear you.
Can you hear us?
Yes? You can hear me?
Yes,
I don't know if
yes.
you're talking to me.
Yes,
Okay, okay. Everything was so delayed, I couldn't tell. So every time I try to move around in here, and I've tried on 3 different devices, I get kicked out. So I'm just gonna stand right here.
Oh no. Are you from a like a laptop or a PC?
I tried on my laptop, it did not load in. It immediately kicked me out. Now I'm on my iPad.
iPad. Okay. Basically, yeah, on like a table, like a regular computer, it's supposed to work the best. I guess on cyber uses a lot of power. So yeah, maybe some computer has are not strong enough.
Yeah,
for it.
no, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, my laptop is about 15 years old, and I do
Oh.
not have a. Yeah, so I'm working with.
Oh my God, did you rug?
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep, I can hear you. What's up, Kat?
Pang, how are you?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Good, thank you. So just a basis check. I am on Android. I can't log in through MetaMask, so I did log in through Twitter. And I really don't have much functionality. It's very slow on Android, so I probably won't be flying around. I'm just going to stand here probably next to Long. But I am available, and I'm going to turn my mic off for now.
Okay, we hope we want to start here actually, but then we're gonna all go to the roof. So I open the part that you guys need to be on the roof. Maybe just if you really have issues with the rugging and stuff, just teleport. When later on, when we'll be there to someone that's always there and always like, and then it will be.
How do you teleport?
So if you go to the people, you have an icon of people, and then if you open it, you see the list of the people. So you can like find the Sketchlight, it's me, or Paladin Punks or Hero, and just press the 3 dots, and then it will open you an option to teleport, and then it's basically sending you to the spot of that person.
Excellent. So I just stood on you.
Yeah, exactly. It's like an easy way to find each other. Also, if you like a long way from a person, so you won't be able to hear him as much. Only if you like stand close to him, the speaker is the volume is better.
Okay, great. Thank
Wonderful. Are you on a phone or on a computer?
you. On a phone.
On
And
a
I
phone.
don't have access to a computer right now. I'm on an Android.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you sound good. So that's working well.
It's my Pixel Buds Pro.
Cool. So and you can change also name somewhere. I don't know if you want to do that now, but like
If
you see.
Sorry, Nadine, if you're part of the speakers, we will be very happy if you can write the names. Yeah.
Yeah, so this you can do in your profile. So you see that little round bubble with like a little guy inside. So if you click that, then you can change your name there.
Okay.
So see if you can figure it out. I don't know how it works on an Android, but yeah, see if you can. Under your profile you can edit your name, and I see someone else has Anon. I don't know if that's you, Sketch, the 3XU. Is that you?
I'm trying to get also to check my mobile, my iPhone, and it's like impossible to get there. So
Maybe it's too heavy then.
yeah, not yeah. So
Sometimes that happens. Yeah. So welcome everyone. It's 5 p.m. So we're going to start shortly. We're going to give it another 5 minutes for people to be able to get in. We're in the On Cyber metaverse. For anyone who is new here, this is a place where a lot is possible, which you will see today in this space. This beautiful gallery that we're in has been designed by Wolfgang. His name is OX Wolfgang, and he is an architect in the metaverse and really creates the most beautiful spaces, and we're very lucky to be able to work with him. On Cyber is actually, we're on version 1 of On Cyber, and they recently just changed into version 2. So I'm going to approve Chess, his microphone. We recently changed into version 2, but that's not ready yet for events, and that's still in the very early days, but they are improving a lot and making it possible for creators to also create their own space, but also work with pre-built spaces and create whole worlds. So it's very exciting what On Cyber is doing. And I always feel On Cyber is the best place for your artwork to look really good, because there's many different metaverses. But that's, for me, the reason anyway that I chose On Cyber. So We'll give it a few more minutes for people to come in. If you have any questions, you can always type them in the little chat box on the left bottom corner, and it's in a different spot when you're on a phone. Yeah, but I see some interesting avatars, ones that are actually made for the people. Like Chaz looks like he has one that was made for him. And Joey the same, looks like a bespoke avatar. I'm actually wearing the Paladin Punks avatar with the Moon Mars look because we're going to the moon and Chaz is one of the people going. Sketch and Shira are going with us. So I see another request for the microphone, so I'm approving that by an Anon. So let's see who that is.
And that's this is Outrageous Cat. I rugged. I did go to my icon and try to edit it, and I can't see how I can edit my name.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's easier on a computer, I guess. So it's okay. You can. So you're Outrageous Cat. So I'll remember that number T7. Your Anon name starts with T. Well, actually, it's your wallet address. I think what we'll see here. Yeah.
My Tezos wallet.
Yeah, that's probably what's showing up. But there has to be a way. I can't help you with that right now, but we can do that later, like after the space maybe. Yeah, so welcome everyone. We're giving it a few more minutes for people to come in. Please retweet that we are in here. So basically, under the Paladin Punks profile on Twitter, we are now having a live stream. So on that live stream, actually, I have put a link to the space. Wait, let me just put the link to the space. So if you're listening on Twitter and you don't know where we are, type in www.oncyber.io and then /supercommunity. And that's how you get into this metaverse. You don't need any glasses. You don't need VR glasses. That's what the biggest misconception that people have. Like, oh, if you're in the metaverse, you need to be with these glasses on. But as you know, all of you see in here, that is not necessary. So if you're on Twitter listening, and I think there's a couple of people there listening. So yeah, make sure to get in here. And I see more people moving in, so that could be people from Twitter. Let me just see if I can see this. How many people are on Twitter? Yeah, I'm trying to I have 3 screens in front of me. So anyway, oh, there's 22 views on Twitter. So there is Twitter. So some people don't know how to get into the metaverse, or they're on a phone and it's a little bit tough to get in here because we are still very early days. So sometimes it happens that you want to go into a metaverse and your phone just doesn't cut it. You know, it's too heavy. So those are things that all need to be resolved over the years, I would say. I don't think that's going to be resolved in a couple of months. But yeah, try to get here every once in a while. And the best thing is always to be on a computer or a desktop. So yeah, welcome to the super community. And I think, you know, we should get started. We're 5 minutes in. We are now downstairs. The project we're talking about today is actually on the rooftop. But what we want to do is do a little walking tour of this space. So let's see if you can all follow Paladin Punks. That's me. I'm moving to the right side. So if you're facing the entrance, we're going to walk to the right side. We're going to do a little tour of the circle here. And it's always a good way. I'm on the roof. Okay, teleport to us, Anon. You're on the roof. So you can teleport to us by clicking the user list on the bottom. There's a user list. And you can see Sketchlight, Shira, or Paladin Punks. If you click the 3 little dots, it says teleport. And that gets you from the roof down to where we are. So we'll talk a little bit about what you see here, but we're just gonna walk a little circle. So you see all these different communities that are represented here in this circle. So we're just gonna walk around. How did you do that? So the teleporting is the user list, Chaz. You press the user list on the bottom of your screen. It's the middle, the third little circle from the left. Click that and then click either Sketchlight Shira or Paladin Punk's 3 dots and say teleport. So yeah, so let's walk around so you can have a little bit of a feeling of the space. We are actually floating in air, which is cool. So we see some of the communities, Women in Tech, Curatio, the Silent Exhibition. Some will sound familiar to you. Women in NFT by Nastaran. Vitruvio is in here. We have many different communities who are represented. Invisible Chicks, Cactus Boom. Yeah, the penguin avatar is really cool. Art East Women, Pixel Palette Nation, which is the host basically today. So they have a representation in here. We have Moon Mars, which is a project taking arts to the moon, of which I am one of the co-founders. Together with Vortex, who's Johanna, who's the other co-founder. Someone tell Kat to click on my account to edit name. Hold on. Approve.
Yeah, it's Madoff NFT that just say that I edit my name through, I'm using my phone.
Ah, cool. Cool. So go ahead and explain how you did it. You have the mic, so you can talk.
Okay, after clicking the bubble guy, then you click on edit. You see it's right there. After clicking on edit, you see my account just at the top of your screen. You have to click on my account, and then it shows you how you can change the name.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for helping out here. Wonderful. Yeah. So Chaz, you need to, if you're not speaking, close your mic because we can hear your background.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, so let me tell you, first of all, I want to say welcome into the super community and thank you for doing that little circle with us. My name is Paladin Punks, or actually Paladin, but I created a project called the Paladin Punks. And this is a project that has modeled in the CryptoPunk style, which is 24 by 24 pixels. So it's a very small amount of pixels to make a portrait. And I studied the original CryptoPunks collection, which is actually the first collection on the Ethereum blockchain with 10K art. So it's a very, very important collection because they were the first. And it was done by Matt and John, who are two designers and who were sort of trying out using the blockchain for using art. So it's a very significant project for what we all do now here today with putting art on the blockchain. And I studied that collection, and I know, like in this space, there's many guys and there's less females. So I studied that collection and I saw that there were 2,320 less original CryptoPunks. So I said to myself, okay, I will make these missing females, and then I will model them after real women in Web3. Of which Shira and Sketchlight, they are two of the women that I modeled a Paladin Punk after. And then I said, okay, we have these women and we want to meet each other. So then I created the Paladin Punks Museum, which is a metaverse. And that's how we sort of all met. Like, I think it's important that even though you have a PFP, that there's real people behind it. So basically, that's how we all met. And we started doing events in the metaverse. And then we said, okay, what we really want to do is teach people how to do this. So how to make use of the metaverse, how to be visible in Web3. So the Paladin Punks, there's many women who are using it as their profile picture now. And it's really become a nice niche project where people recognize, like, hey, these are the people that were in this space when there was a bear market, because we actually started this project right in the middle of the bear market. And from having this museum and from creating all these different metaverse spaces together with Oleg's Wolfgang, linked by art, sort of, we met. I made their punks, and then I said, hey, if you need help doing something in the metaverse, we're here. So they came and joined us in the metaverse events, and they wanted to have an exhibition done by Linked by Art. So they had been working on this beautiful exhibition for a long time, and I said, okay, here's a space, and go hold the exhibition. So we did a beautiful event with them, and from that we actually kept building together and always like hanging out in the metaverse together. And then at a certain point, you don't have Unity, but you do have 3D files. Yes, GLB files. So these spaces are actually GLB files. These buildings that are made in Blender and in some other 3D program. And there are GLB files that you can upload, and then you have a space here. But you can also buy them. There's many different ways of getting a space in here. So then from meeting each other and doing all these things, we created the super community. We started that together, and Sketchlight and Shira will talk more about that. But all I still want to say about the Paladin Punks is we're still minting. You can still get a Paladin Punk. And as a co-founder, I've created the Moon Mars Museum. So we are bringing actual art to the surface of the moon, which is really, really cool. And we're leaving in November. We are sending both the digital artworks, and we have an analog disc, which actually, I finally saw the real version of that 2 days ago for the first time. And it looks gorgeous. It's beautiful. So we're sending this beautiful disc that has the artworks engraved, and that is with the Moon Mars Museum, and the website for that is moonmars.com. So so that is what we are building, and I want to hand over the microphone to Sketchlight to talk a little bit about the super community and what we're doing in here.
Yeah, thank you, Paladin. Great.
You're welcome.
Amazing. So nice to meet you all. I'm Sketchlight. Basically, I'm a co-founder of Linked by Art. It's me and Shira, and of course, we are in this super community thing. Did this with Paladin Punks, of course, amazing project for himself. Basically, us as Linked by Art started because we are independent artists, basically in this space, and we saw what everybody's seeing, that there is a lot of artists from all over the world scattering around in Twitter spaces and connected through the blockchain and through those new tools, NFT, metaverse, everything. So this is just, I think, a lot of potential to unite and to create a lot of bridges for artists from all over the world in this way. And of course, the basic thing, we are all linked by art kind of thing. And this is the thing that brings us all together. So we wanted to create those exhibition and metaverse to celebrate it and to show some unity in the space and to show what artists can achieve if they are just getting all together and not being like individual in these spaces. So we built this basically super community gallery to create an opportunity for every NFT artist, every community artist to get together at least once in a month, 2 months kind of thing, for the purpose to create connection and to see what everyone is doing. because a lot of artist communities have the same goals. We all want to promote our artists. We all want to create exposure to NFT and NFT art and correct all this bad reputation that is going and ruining for everyone, and for people to see what's the beauty in here and the thing that actually is going on. So we just want to bring everyone under one roof to celebrate, to create a big celebration of art, and to see, the sky's the limit, to see what potential and things we can do, and when we all really come together. So this specific event is dedicated. It's basically spotlighting one of the super communities that are always collaborating and like participating in the group exhibition. So this is kind of a pilot event to show what we are offering for other communities also. Basically, we have a great place, and we want to support artists, and we want to support communities and people that working hard in this space. So we create this event, and if, like, for an example, if your community, as a new drop, a new feature, a new something you want to showcase, you have a home, you have a place, our doors is open for this kind of collaboration, and we love it. This specific collaboration that we created with the Pixel Palette Nation community, with one of the managers, Longshot. They created a beautiful collection that it's not only like a collection, it's also very educational. It's like you will hear it from him. And this is like the type of things that we want to show here, to create a chain of support, like to show people how communities can support each other, because we all really have, a lot of us share same visions, and what Web3 can be. So this is what we are basically doing here, and this is, of course, we need everyone's support on this one, because we are not doing it alone, we do it all together. And I will give it to Shira to add little things about specifically on the gallery.
Everyone, so thank you for coming. I would just give some kind of word about this gallery that we are in now. This is our fifth version for SUPERCOMMUNITY. Every time we are this gallery is based on 2 exhibitions. We are having a solo exhibition in the inner space, and a huge group community exhibition on the outside. Here we have 18 art communities. Each community gets a wall to curate 6 artwork, and one community is getting the spotlight. In this case, it was Wild and Free, and they choose the theme wildflowers. And inside, let's go walk a little bit inside. We can enjoy one of the greatest artists in our space, Glass Crown. She's been chosen out of hundreds of artists that participate to our open call, and we created for her this solo exhibition that's showing a few from her collections. She's very, very, very active. If someone don't know her, she's really good artist to follow, because she's doing a lot. She's super active, and she's making a lot of art and sales, and she supports other artists as well. So yeah, you can have a look and enjoy. We had a very great interview with her. You can find it on our link tree if you want to listen, a few weeks ago. And it's like it's this exhibition. It's a 2-floor exhibition, and this center collection of that called Infinity, that shows clouds, big clouds, and in different ways, and that light the imagination. So yes, like you are very welcome to have a look and enjoy the artworks. But let's continue to our special event. First time we're having an exhibition on the roof, and the way for the roof is going from the elevator here when I'm standing. You just stand inside, and and press on the space button and you jump. Yeah, let's wait for the people. Come. Yeah, on the second floor, it's a glass crown collection that on exchange market. It's based on Solana. It's the name is value is within. Yes, like we will love to tour you around later after we finish. And now we have the second elevator for the roof. Follow us. Whoever cannot follow us can teleport to us, and then it will be very, very easy. Hoppa! Nice jumps. We have this possibility to define the gravitation in this space, and here is like super, so we can enjoy crazy jumps and flying around, and just the movement is very fun. It's a lot of fun. Like, yes, this gallery is a rooftop, have a sunroof, and we can enjoy the view and the exhibition. And I'm very curious to hear more from the artist and from Pixel Palette about this historical educational exhibition around the history of crypto that we all like to work in what the crypto space brought us, the opportunities. So let's start to PPN.
So do Launchit have the mic? I know he's here, but I don't know if you got the mic.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. How are you?
Good. Perfect. I had a hell of a time trying to get in here this morning, but I think I got it figured out finally.
Great, you are here, and finally we are here because we were planning this event for some time, and and here we are, 11 artworks of great artists. I really enjoy to read and to see and to get inspired, and let's dive in.
Absolutely. Let me first say thank you to the Linked by Art community and the Paladin Punks for bringing us in, allowing us to do this showcase. So, if you're listening live in the gallery or you're listening live on Twitter, appreciate you guys being here. I was trying to do some streaming to our YouTube, but my devices just cannot handle the amount of workload that I require of them. But yeah, happy to be here. So crypto lore came about, the initial idea started to develop in February of this year. So very, very early on in the year. And it really came from the idea of us always doing news related spaces to keep the community up to date with some of the happenings in the space, because who knows, you could wake up one day and the wallet that you use, the country has changed some of the laws that you live in, right? You could not have access to your funds, and it could be a whole thing. So we truly believe that it's very important to keep people up to date with some of the news stories, and then talking more like the historical relevance. A lot of the stories portrayed in the crypto lore collections are the reasons that a lot of us are here today. We have things like the NFT boom of 2021. We have things like the ICO boom of 2017. Runes launching, things like this. So we thought, why not kind of just combine the two, where we have this historical narrative that people can use as almost like an
I'm not sure. Is everyone hearing nothing?
No,
No,
he
no.
kind of rugged. I can't hear him.
He probably.
Did it cut out? Can you hear me?
No,
Yeah,
Is it
Yeah.
back? Okay. I can't let my screen turn black. I have to leave it to where it's showing the thing. But yeah, so we initially started off with 100 to 150 artists or so from the PPN community that we would like to have seen involved with this collection. Obviously, having to move it down drastically to bring the collection together in a cohesive way. But yeah, so we started out with the large list and then just kind of narrowed down from there. And then along the entire time, we were gathering the news articles and the headlines that eventually got paired with artists. And I want to say we have probably about 50 of those that then got narrowed to about 13 stories. And the way we tried to do it was almost like a broad spread or like a broad look of the Web3 space pretty much since the inception, right? We have things that date back to 2008 all the way up to 2024. So yeah, and we had some mishaps right there at the end, as as happens in Web3. So we were supposed to actually have 13 pieces in the collection, but I'm truly happy the way it ended with 11, because I'm personally a big numerology guy, and 13 is just not the best the best number in the world. But yeah, so let me just go over very quickly the artists that we have doing individual things, and then we can go ahead and pass it on over to them so they can talk about the work that they did and all the time and effort put in. So the 11 artists that we have being showcased here today are: one, Josie Images with The Birth of Bitcoin Pizza Day. The story of the guy who spent just over 10,000 BTC on 2 Papa John's pizzas back in 2011 or 2012. And then we have
We lost him again. Wait.
Did it cut out again? My back.
Yeah, maybe you
Yeah.
can lower your
Okay.
quality and,
Okay, sorry,
and it
guys.
will be easier.
So
if
another
you lower the
variety
quality
doing
on Cyber.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay.
Okay, another variety, or PJ Way, doing the 1.5 piece, which is the Bitcoin seizures on Silk Road, which took place in 2013. And then we have Marielle London, who is taken on the Bitcoin halving event, which happened this year. I mean, the latest Bitcoin halving, which happened this year in 2024. Her piece is called Bitcoin Halving 2024 Financial Growth. And then we have Pacastino, who is the graphics guy at Pixel Palette Nation, has been with us since almost the very beginning of the community, who covered the Crypto.com company buying the Staples Center Arena, or the Staples Center in 2021, and renaming it the Crypto.com Arena. So, just a massive marketing event that happened in 2021 for the crypto space. And then we have Mad Dolph, who is a moderator at the PPN team, who covered automated Bitcoin machine, the very first BTC ATM that reached over $1 million in transactions, which happened in 2013. And then we have Outrageous Cat, we like to call him the the team curator around at PPN. I can't remember what the actual title is on the website, but one of the team members from PPN, he's covering the FTX collapse, which happened in 2022. The Sam Bankman-Fried fiasco, and I'm sure a lot of people who have been in this space know of that event. And then we have Do You See Me, who is covering Dogecoin, and the history of Dogecoin, from the launch in 2013 up until today, when it struck pretty much the largest chord in the meme markets. And then we have Crypto Pang One, who is covering the NFT boom in 2021. The reason a lot of us are here today in this gallery. And then we have Lucid Jordan. I'm not sure if she was able to join us today. But she is covering when MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor's company, bought $250 million worth of Bitcoin in 2020. So one of the first largest institutional investments into the space. And then we have Frisky Foxtrot covering Runes, the launch of Runes on Bitcoin, which is pretty much, meme coins, fungible tokens, having the ability to launch on a layer 1 BTC. And then last but not least, we have Chaz Gold, who is doing his piece is called Unlock the 2017 Crypto Boom, and it covers the introduction of ICOs in 2021. ICOs are initial coin offerings. It's kind of like when a stock market or a stock goes live for the first time, and consumer investors are able to go purchase it, but just the crypto version of that. And I would like to say, I think everybody who got involved with this collection did an absolutely fantastic job of not only, researching the narrative or researching the story that we like them to portray, that we gave them the assignment for, but I think also just like visually, everybody was kind of able to showcase their event in such a way that it really brings that bit of nostalgia back, especially if it's something that you lived through, or it's something that you experienced firsthand and you're not just reading articles about it, right? We've had a lot of people talk about that personal connection that they've kind of resonated with a lot of these pieces. And I think that's kind of the whole point, right? Is to be able to make something that other people can go ahead and see their own personal light in it, right? And the things that they lived through and the things that they can relate to that experience. But yeah, once again, thank you guys for having us here, and I'll pass it over to any of the artists that are here to talk about your pieces.
Anybody, artist, is there ready to talk?
I'll jump in for it.
Was that a call for us to wave our hand?
I see.
Go ahead.
So if you guys want to come over here, it's like where my piece is at. So I'm right across the way from you guys. How do I wave? I forget.
Number 1.
Hey, over here.
You can press the numbers 1, 2, 3. It's dancing and waving. Wait, where are you, please, Chaz?
Look for the big penguin.
How do I play the file in here? Is that possible? It's a video file.
Yeah.
The video file, of course. Paladin, I don't know. Are you ready to broadcast it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's watch Chaz Gold, beautiful video. We are going to watch it on the big screen on the main.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
everyone who is not upstairs on the roof, teleport to me. Because I think some people were still downstairs. So if you teleport to me, you will see the screen that we're going to show Chaz's beautiful artwork on.
So this piece was while getting that ready, I just want to say, this piece was it was a lot of work. I did a lot of it was funny because I had something almost ready to go, and then I ended up going back and scrapping it and starting brand new. So that's how I ended up where I'm at now with this piece. It was a bit of a chore. I just wasn't happy with the way the first one did, and I discovered a bunch of new tools and software that I hadn't used before, and so this actually kind of came across as I didn't mean to make a what's called an educational long form video, but it ended up being 2 minutes and 38 seconds long. It's kind of long for an NFT, but it really has a valid message to it, the voiceover and stuff. So yeah, so that's what about.
So before I start, Chaz, I want to make sure everyone's up here. Yeah, I see a lot of people here. Yeah, because otherwise, if you're not close to the screen, you don't hear it. So tell me when you want me to start it.
Good, whenever you're ready.
All right, here it comes. Oh, wait, let me get back to the beginning.
2017, Bitcoin hitting record highs, ICOs launching daily, and everyone talking about getting rich quick. It was a whirlwind of innovation and speculation, a time when the future of finance seemed wide open. Pitching the inside scoop on getting rich with the next 10,000% coin surge guaranteed in a window. Simple.
So everybody can turn the volume up a little bit.
Wire your money to me. Today, the echoes of that time are back. Bitcoin's on the
highest.
Nations are evolving.
Okay.
The next big thing will fill the air. But before you jump in, let's learn from the past. The 2017 boom wasn't all sunshine and Lamborghinis. Many ICO were scams, and countless investors lost everything. Key takeaway: don't chase get-rich-quick schemes. Instead, focus on education. Understand blockchain technology, the risks involved, and how to research promising projects. There's a whole world of innovation happening beyond the hype. Remember those who went big in 2017? Imagine if they'd done their research, invested strategically, and held on to quality projects. They could be reaping the rewards today. The future of finance is likely to be decentralized, but it won't be a one-way ticket to easy money. It's about building a secure, transparent future through responsible participation. So can you be a part of this revolution? Absolutely. But do your research, invest wisely, and understand that real wealth comes from long-term commitment, not short-term bets. Remember, financial freedom comes from knowledge, not blind speculation. Dive deep into the technology, find projects that align with your values, and be a part of shaping the future. This video doesn't offer a guaranteed path to riches, but it offers something more valuable: the opportunity to be informed and engaged in the future of finance.
Very cool, very cool. Sorry if people were still downstairs, then the sound must have been really low. I don't know, for some reason the video volume is kind of low. We tested it and then it worked, and then you will always see when you do it live that it doesn't work. So is there a place where people can actually view this as well, Chaz? Can it be seen, for example?
Yeah, you can find out on the foundation foundation collection.
Cool.
You just have to just tap the volume button when you see it there, down in the right hand corner of the listing on the video.
Paladin, there are about 10 of us at the front entrance on the first floor. I've tried teleporting to each of the 3 of you, and I stay right here.
Okay, let me come get you. Hold on. I'm gonna go jump down. And then jump down another floor. I'm gonna show you how to get up here, because that is it's nice to have you all together. So
And just remember that some of us are on the phone and can't navigate the way laptoppers can.
Yeah, the best way from the phone is to try to the teleport, to press on the little 3 dots beside the name of or Shira or me. We are on the roof right now.
So I've
tried that 3 different times, and I end up staying right at the front entranceway. And there are about 10 of us down here.
No, you're up on the roof, I think, because I don't see anyone downstairs. hold on. Let me. That's weird. Wait, what's your name on here? I will teleport to you. See where you are.
I did change it to Outrageous Cat. Thank you, Mad Doll, for that little primer.
For some reason I don't see you. I guess sometimes, like when new people come in, the people that are still are here don't see the new people that come in because we're on different servers. So I'm wondering, Outrageous Cat, can you see me? I am in like sort of an astronaut suit with jeans with a little block on my back. Can you see me, Paladin Punks?
I saw you earlier, but I don't see you now.
Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to refresh as Paladin Punk so everyone can see me, and then I can come get you. Hold on, I'm going to refresh.
Also, the best advice here, if you're getting stuck and something get wrong, just refresh, get out, come in again, X the mic again. And there is still issues here with Cyber. I think they are actually trying to resolve everything right now to get it better. So they are planning new things.
Yeah, so I am back downstairs. I don't see anyone downstairs. So maybe you need to refresh. I don't see anyone at the main entrance. So
why is it always my problem?
For some strange reason. So maybe you refresh and then see where I'll wait for you when you refresh. You will be downstairs. That was funny.
Is there an actual refresh button, or do I have to get out and come back in?
Are you on a computer or a phone?
Phone, Android.
Phone. On the phone, I don't know. Yeah, you're probably going to have to type on cyber.io SUPERCOMMUNITY again, or press the link on Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah, do that.
Maybe I'll see you guys in a bit.
Yeah, thanks. So, yeah, so basically, it is not only on cyber. The problem is it could be Wi-Fi, it could be the device, it could be you have many tabs open and you cannot move because there's too many things open on your computer. There's so many possible issues. I mean, that is tech for you, unfortunately. And, I'm sure in the future that will all get better, but as soon as chips are still very expensive to get, I see Outrageous Cat just joined and I see you. Oh my gosh. Yes, that did work.
There's always glitches with technology. I'm sitting here trying to teach while I'm in the space. I'm trying to teach myself how to convert stuff from Tripo 3D over to Unity so I can get it as an avatar.
Yeah. Well, the avatars also slow the place down. So that's another thing. Wait, let me approve Outrageous the mic.
I'm trying to create my own custom avatar out of one of my files. It's not working. Keep getting errors.
Yeah, it's sometimes that happens. I mean, on Cyber did change their rules. Like they won't. How big is the file of your avatar?
I can't even get past I'm trying to use either the avatar or the Unity avatars thing, and I can't either one of them. I keep getting errors on both of them. I can't even get to the point where I can do it.
Did you try to refresh?
Yeah, but I'm not trying to I'm trying to turn the GLB files that I have into VRM files.
Okay.
And I'm having a hard time with that. I'm not even to the point yet where I can upload it into here. I just have to I'm trying to figure out how do I get it from Tripio 3D over to whatever else to turn into VRM, because Tripio doesn't have a VRM in their thing.
Let's see if Ghost is around. He is our special coder technical person who makes these avatars, and maybe he can help. But let me see if he's around and if I can.
I might know what the problem is. I'm gonna try something else.
But anyway, we're learning as we move along. So, Outrageous Cat, do you have the mic? Can you speak?
Yes, I can see everybody. I'm up on the roof.
Oh, cool. Then I'm going to teleport you up on the roof. Wonderful.
Oh, actually, I'm here already.
Oh, okay. So, I see another person asking for the mic. I don't use Unity's Unreal Chat YouTube. Okay, you guys are talking to each other. So to actually walk upstairs, you have to use these little teleport jumpy pads, which are really cool. You go stand in it and press the space bar, and then you jump up, and then you're on the next floor. And then on the first floor, there is another one that says jump up, and you're on the roof. Anyway, little technical details. Thank you so much, Chaz. That was wonderful artwork. And yeah, I want to hand it over to whoever is next in the Crypto Lore collection who wants to grab the mic and say something about their artwork.
If I may, I'm here.
Yes.
And I do want to say, spending a lot of time in the various chat groups on Crypto Lore with many of the artists and watching Chaz go through his multiple iterations. And what was it, Chaz? Something like 60, I think you put into that video. You did a really great job, not only with the final production, but outlining the tools and 18 hours. Outlining the tools and the methodology. I think it was really informative, very helpful, and a very cool approach. I saw your original and it was absolutely fine, but I'm really glad that you went ahead and changed it up. It came out really awesome. Nice job.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And then, just to follow up to some comments that I made the other day on a different space, Long and Gray having put together Pixel Palette Nation and putting this idea together over the course of months, inviting artists along. I think you did a great job of creating a framework and herding cats, so to speak, to get us all to the table with appropriate content and more or less commissioning artworks from each of us based on the lore that you had found. I see this as it's a history project in and of itself in terms of capturing the history of the blockchain up to this point, but it's also, I think it's a history making project in and of itself, how it was put together and how it's designed to capture the lore of the blockchain over the past 10 or 15 years or so. I think this is kind of groundbreaking, and I really appreciate the opportunity. With that being said, and thinking about the introductions as things were going on, I see on cyber and this conversation is kind of indicative of where we are as a space. It's about community first. It's also about art, and it's also about technology. So this is a cool melding of that. And then specifically in terms of my piece, which is relative to the collapse of FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried's failures, as they were. The article that I wrote or that I read to participate in the program was all about the downfall. It was the chronology of the downfall of FTX. But I started, thinking about how did we get to that point that FTX could fail? I think there were quotes out there that FTX was too big to fail. It was too powerful, too monetized, too much liquidity. They were the golden child at that point in time, and nothing bad could ever happen. And I started thinking a lot about what that meant in terms of community and who we are as people participating in this process. And it comes down to human nature. There are a lot of us that, although we're artists, we're also looking to make some money out of this. Some of us chase meme coins, and some of us are degens, and some of us are combinations of all of the above. And we're always looking for that next opportunity. And I think, with FTX especially, and the naming of various physical properties and hiring people like Tom Brady and whatnot to come in and shill for the project, it all kind of makes you wonder, what motivates these people, because I think there's a lot of it that's just about the money, and they don't understand crypto, they don't understand the blockchain, they don't understand decentralization. It was all about the money, which made me think of, who are we and what is our behavior? What role do we play? And it's not to victim blame in all of it, but we kind of get sucked into these public relations tornadoes, if you will, and everybody wants to join the bandwagon. And I think that a lot of people got caught in that, and that made me think of clowns, clownish behavior. Many people are afraid of clowns. They're entertaining in a way, they make us laugh. And I think SBF kind of made us laugh when we looked at him in his shorts and his frizzy hair and, inability to dress well for a business meeting. Why are we afraid of clowns? What is it that they bring out in our anxieties that cause us pause, that frighten people? And I think Long himself is afraid of clowns, and I know Du has said that as well. It's not an uncommon thing. So I put that all into perspective and put it into play in Midjourney, and came up with a number of different prompts and kind of tweaked it till I got a black and white image with kind of soulless eyes, but deep eyes that you could look into. And it made me think of whether or not we are looking in the mirror sometimes when we see this clownish behavior. How much are we participating in that? So it's kind of a look at SBF as the clown that he was, but it's also a look at ourselves and how we participate in this process. And that, believe it or not, is the short version of how I got to the piece. But it's been a great opportunity, and I thank you, Long, and thank you everybody here for hosting.
Wonderful. So this is also streaming on Twitter, so people can see that outrageous cat was speaking. It's a beautiful piece, actually. And I want to ask Chaz if you can close your mic, because it does show it's closed, but you're still making.
It shows to me that it's not on, that I'm muted. But then here, I can leave as a speaker for right now and just stay here.
Yeah, if you could do that, and then just request the mic again if you need it. Okay, thank you. Giving it back to the, who was speaking? To Longshot. Are you around, Longshot? Maybe not. Then I'll give it back to Sketch for a minute.
No, I'm here.
You're here.
Yeah, I'm absolutely here.
Good.
I love Outrageous's piece. I do. I picked it up. I think it was like the second or the third day of the launch. I think because outside of just the narrative of the artwork, we also asked the artists to fill out a questionnaire where we gave them five questions. Just how did you get into the space? How does your artwork portray the story? Things like this. What do you see the future of the space being with the integration of tech, things like that. And Outrageous, he really took the time to fill out his questionnaire and put a lot of depth and thought and knowledge behind what he really did, right? And I think the way he portrayed SBF, if you were here and you and you lived through the fall of FTX, exactly, right? Personally, like, I had used FTX a little bit. I didn't have a crazy amount of money on there, but I lost a little bit of money when FTX went down, right? Now I feel like there's a lot of people that can also kind of resonate with that, because it was a fantastic platform. It truly was. The interface was fantastic. There were massive names promoting it. The hype was very real. It was considered almost like the Walmart of Web3, right? The place that a lot of people went. It was like FTX and Binance, right? I think Binance leading, and then FTX was second right before their downfall. So I think what he portrayed, I think the work that he put into this, it explains exactly how
Hey guys, I don't know if I'm cutting out or.
Sorry, phone went black again.
Okay,
This thing.
okay.
Outrageous. I think you did an absolutely fantastic job portraying Sam Bankman-Fried and portraying the fall of FTX. Because it is an extensive story within itself. But yeah, man, very happy to have this one in my personal collection. I'll tell you that much. Perfect. Well, if we want to move to, let's say, Pang, I think Pang is here. Who else? And Joe, I think we have some artists in here who have their work. I don't want to leave because I don't think I'll be able to come back in if I do. So I'm just gonna stand here and look at the floor and watch the live stream as we go around. But yeah, Pang or Joe or one of the other artists.
Well,
I see Peng. I see Peng. I think in his artwork, I'm in front of it. So anyone who finds me or teleports to me to Paladin Punks, you can actually see Peng's artwork.
all right. So everybody can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, great. All right. So with my piece here, I was tasked with the NFT boom of 2021, which is the reason most people are in the NFT space. Most people didn't even had never heard of the NFT space before 2021. And so when I was making this piece, I kept trying to turn it into an infographic because part of my day job is, I'm a graphic designer. So usually when I create artwork for articles, it's usually in the form of an infographic, and I just wanted to get away from that. So I made it more more symbolic and less in your face. This is exactly what it's about. And to do that, I started with an image that I actually took that was a photo of Times Square in New York in 2021 during NFT NYC. And I used that as the base image in AI to pull out an image to start with. And I wanted that starting image to portray a more dense Times Square, but with a more open spot in the middle, because I had plans to put these silhouettes that were walking all over the place, and I wanted it to be a little more open. So I took some of the buildings out and I put some extra buildings in, got rid of all the names of everything, because to me that was kind of symbolic of 2021 in the crypto space. It was in the NFT space. It was absolutely insane. People were just, you couldn't form a relationship. It was just, everybody was bouncing off the walls. Things were going by so fast. So I took out all the store names and brand names and everything like that showed up in the image. And because, I mean, honestly, in 2021, you didn't have time to keep track of anything. It seemed like the space was moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour. And that was part of the point in blacking out the silhouettes of all the people, because it was so difficult to build a relationship in 2021. The NFT space was just this enigma of just these avatars and PFPs on Twitter, and you never really knew who you were talking to. And I think a lot of us, we found out in hindsight that a lot of people we were talking to was not what we thought they were at all, because of the anonymity and the nature of the space. And that's what I wanted to bring alive in it. But I wanted to make it colorful, to not only add that sense of urgency and that was, FOMOing around the space at the time, but to also add that vibrant, this something new and exciting, because that's what it was, or at least for me, it was. 2021 was a super exciting time. There seemed to be lots of innovation happening. Now, it actually wasn't as much innovation as I thought there was at the time. A lot of it was just, the commotion and there was a lot of talking points, and a lot of it was, a lot of it ended up being scams and fake and things like that. But there was there was a culture that came out of it, which is what we're all part of today. And I think it's only fitting that artists, that we are the ones who make artwork to portray these stories, because in every industry, in everything new that comes out, especially in technology, it's artists who form the foundation of it. It's artists that figure out first how to use that in order to further, what they're making in art. It's artists who are the ones who make the things that the public sees. So it only seems fitting that as artists, we're creating images that portray all of these events that are, some of the biggest events so far in not just NFTs, but crypto history as a whole. There's going to be a ton more coming. So I'm excited to see where crypto lore goes from here, because it seems like, there's new stories that are coming out every single day or every week, because there's still a lot of innovation happening in the space. In fact, I'd say there's more today than ever. It's just a little more quiet than usual. So what we see in the news is usually the bad things, the things that happen. So, I'm excited to see not just those, but a lot of the more positive aspects that may not be the big front page news story, but are the things that are actually building the space, that are happening in the smaller stories in the background that maybe people haven't heard of yet. And I think we have as artists and artists building in this space, we have not just an opportunity, but almost an obligation to portray all of this that's going on in the space. Because I mean, if we're not building it, nobody's building it. And but yeah, that's a little bit about my piece. It's to show the urgency, the FOMO, the inability to create relationships that was 2021, but also that excitement and that kind of like alluring nature that 2021 brought along. And I just want to say real quick, Outrageous Cats piece, phenomenal. If Long hadn't picked it up, I probably would have picked that one up as well, because it's the eyes. Something about the eyes are just it's spot on for what SBF is to me in my head. He's kind of this devious. He's this clown on the face, but it's like a devious clown, almost a Joker-esque clown is the way I picture him. So that excellent job, Kat, on that one. And the same to Chaz's piece. The amount of work that goes into video editing for anybody who's not, that it's just a tremendous amount of work by itself. And then to find the pieces that work together for everything that you're saying, that is a tremendous amount of work, and it turned out awesome. So great job on that, and great job to everybody in the crypto lore. The collection looked really, really good. There was a lot of really unique pieces that I'm sure, even if we're not getting the attention right now, at some point it will happen, because it's just too good not to.
Thank you, Peng. I really love the piece and everything you said. If Longshot want to continue like introducing the artist, or if someone, of course, want to comment to Peng, anything.
Yeah, sorry, my phone, it just takes a little while to unmute myself for whatever reason. It takes like 30 seconds. But yeah, Peng, I think you hit the nail on the head with this one, to tell you the truth. You described it almost to a T, exactly how the space was in 2021 when the boom happened. We got a lot of characters in the space that just came in and said a lot of pretty things and made it sound real nice, and then we're gone in a few months, right? Or a few years. There's a very, very small percentage of PFP collections that dropped that probably, had millions of dollars in volume in the span of 6 months and during that time. that are still around today, that are still relevant, right? You're very, very lucky if you don't just have a wallet of just graveyard NFTs. I definitely have a few. And I like the fact that you also put the nod to the Bored Ape Yacht Club and the CryptoPunks. As much as I hate the $1 Million Monkeys, you know, and as much as I hate what Yuga did with CryptoPunks recently, but that's a whole nother topic. But I like that you put that in there, right? Because without some of those more relevant and I want to say historical, Bored Ape Yacht Club might not be as historical as CryptoPunks, obviously, but you know, still brought the attention in that probably wouldn't have came in without those two collections, right? We had things like Crypto Kitties and we had things like Ether Rocks, which were very, very early on, you know, historically relevant collections that have sold for lots and lots of money at very notable places. But when you're talking the general public, when you're talking the general masses, you're talking CryptoPunks and you're talking Bored Ape Yacht Club. Those are the two collections that really brought the masses into this area as a whole, in 2021 and proceeding, right, up until, I mean, hell, even I heard some guys talking the other day about getting in on Bored Ape Yacht Club because it's at such drastically low prices. I'm just gonna go ahead and say send it lower, but but yeah, Peng, dude, I think you hit it with this one, man. I'm happy to have you in the collection with us. And it's just like you said, dude, the art market is slow right now. But as with any of our other collections, we do plan on continued marketing. We can't plan on continued, you know, visibility for this. We'll be getting the website live soon with the entire display for everything that'll link back to the collection. And yeah, going forward, always looking for you know, different hosting opportunities and gallery events. So yeah, we don't plan on stopping with it anytime soon. Season 2 might be a ways off just because of the slowness, but hey, we dipped our toes in. You know, we got to feel it, and truly, I love the way the collection came out. I think it is probably one of the more relevant collections that you see in the space, rather than just being something, you know, fine art related, which is also totally fine depending on the narrative that you're trying to portray. But I think with Crypto Lore, we were able to give that nod to the traders, give the nod to the people who are crypto native, Web3 native, and just kind of provide like that different, I don't know, different visual or different narrative that people can really start to go down, right? Rather than something that just looks cool, they can also discover more about the place that they're operating in on a daily basis. But yeah, otherwise I think we have Do you see me here in the audience, if I'm not mistaken? My phone's gone completely black, so I can't, so if you're here, please just speak up.
So let me see if I can see these here. Are you here, Do? I see one Anon with a mic, so that could be Do. And otherwise,
Or
I
I know I was hearing, as I was trying to join earlier, I know I was hearing Josie as well in the group. I'm not sure if he is still here.
I also see Muriel with us. Ask for the mic.
You guys hear me?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, this is Joe.
Hey, Joe, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going, man? So yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll take the mic, and if it's okay, and talk about my piece real quick. And I just missed a call from my wife who's in Amsterdam, so I've got to get in and out here.
I'm in Amsterdam too.
Are you?
Yeah.
She's doing a school project with my son right now. She's going to be there for. They just went to the Anne Frank house this morning.
Oh, it's very warm here. It's like 30 degrees here today. It's hot.
That's what she said. She's taken 3 showers today. She was texting me. So she's there for another 10 days.
Oh, nice. Well, if she needs any help, you know, I'm here.
I will definitely let her know. Her school leaves on Tuesday and she's staying another 10 days after.
Cool.
And so anyway, yeah, my name is Joe Zapata, and my piece is the birth of the Bitcoin Pizza Day. And this was a labor of love. You know, I'm fairly newer to the space, probably, not in age, but in time. That's definitely not, I'm the older. I got into the space a little late, and I think I was talking with you earlier about it today when we were doing our mic checks. This whole crypto lore thing for me was a vast educational experience. When you're reading all the storylines, because I did read several of the other storylines before the pieces came out, just to kind of see what other people were doing and what was going on. It was a really good eye-opening. I was a backseater to the world of crypto for a very long time, very apprehensive about it. And then as an artist, photographer, it appealed, but it didn't pull me into it. So I'm playing a lot of catch up. And this piece in particular really triggered me as a business person, understanding about how this was so pinnacle in the viability of crypto and specifically Bitcoin at the time, and how it changed the tide and the acceptance of crypto within the economic community. So when I tackled this one, I sat and just beat my head on a wall for a while trying to figure out what I wanted to do with this. And my art style is more emotional driven. So when I was tinkering with Dolly, I was tinkering with actual doing my own digital art. MJ, I just wasn't getting what I wanted out of it. And it finally, I had to walk away. I just came back to it. I think I was driving long crazy with DMs on X for a while. I'm just like, this is killing me. And finally, I got the core foundation of what I wanted. And this piece took me about 8 hours of solid work. And I actually have a video rendition of it as well in the animation. But I put so much into the Bitcoin logo on the pizza, the crypto lore on the tablet screen, the PPN, all the acknowledgement, everything that had to do not just with crypto as a whole, but with what PPN and this project is doing for the crypto community and Web3. Even the beer is named Crypto Beer. The date and the neon signs, the Ethereum, because this moment in time came in 2010, but the logo that says, crypto is the future, Ethereum hadn't even been a thing for another 5 years. So there's little things and nuances that I really wanted to keep true to this and make it simple, but more of a modern version of what happened back then. And that's kind of what I was trying to achieve. So I'm really happy with the final product. And the video came out good, and I think Long liked it too, but it just lost, as a lot of the animation does these days, things started to fade and you lose the detail work. And I just wanted to settle with more of a still. And so that's kind of the long and the short of it.
Joe, I think you did a fantastic job here. Honestly, you got the date in there, the May 22nd, 2010. You got buying on the screen in the background. There's a bunch of what do you call them? Easter eggs. Right? Easter eggs hidden throughout the piece. And I love that sort of stuff in the work, truly. And then, as I told you in DM, by the way, you didn't annoy me with it. I love talking about this stuff. But no, as I told you in DMs, I do have personal bias to it. Obviously, you got the logo in there, so I was like, I love it, dude. I seriously though, I think you went above and beyond here to actually add a few different little elements that people can get more involved with. You have the Bitcoin logo and 3 to 4 different locations on there. Throughout the pizza and then on the background and the wall and things like that. And then like you said, keeping it.
Oh, lost you.
And the black phone screen with me. But
at least it's not a blue screen like yesterday, right?
Oh my dude, that was past all that. Like you said, keeping it true to how the space was at the time. Obviously I was not in crypto in 2010. I truly wish I was, but I was not. But going forward, I can look back and kind of speculate on how that would have been at the time. At the time, that was one of the, if not the first tangible real world purchase made with cryptocurrency, made with Bitcoin, right? And you listen to those numbers today, you hear 10,000 Bitcoin for 2 pizzas, and you're like, holy crap, man, like what, what was that person on, right? But at the time, it was like such a minuscule amount of money that it was incredibly cool, right? And it truly showed that this technology, that this currency, this new digital currency could be used as a proposition of value for actual assets in the world. So it really kind of opened up a lot of people's eyes, and it's more of like a, and it's funny to me because it's more of like a meme type situation, right? Which is like kind of like precursors to what this space was gonna be. In 2010, I mean, I'm sure there were things like, what did we have, like Vine and stuff like that in like 2010, right? So like very early memes that were coming around. So I think it's interesting if you take it, if you like look at it. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. But I think it's interesting if you look at it in that light, right? I think it's very interesting if you look at it almost like a precursor to the like the birth of financial based memes.
Yeah. Well, in following up and reading the story of Laszlo, and when he did this, I mean, I didn't realize that he was involved with Bitcoin directly. And I think through the course of it all, he spent something like 100,000 Bitcoins on different purchases over the course of the time that he was doing it. But it was definitely a good educational experience for everything. And I thank you, Lon, for putting this together and allowing me to be a part of it.
Dude, absolutely. For anyone who doesn't know, Joe came from the open call as well, Hug. So yeah, we asked him to make an ATM, and then Joe, thanks for sticking with us when we asked you to make a complete different piece for the collection.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
ATM piece too.
Yeah, it was a bit different. And I realized that. But yeah, dude, I think you hit the nail on the head with this one, truly. Bitcoin Pizza Day, yeah. Very interesting. We'll still have to again. Did it cut out again?
Yeah.
Of course. But yeah, we'll have to keep talking and see if we can figure out something to do with those open call pieces still, because I know a lot of work, time and dedication went into those.
Right.
But yeah, Joe, dude, happy to have you in the collection with us.
Well, thanks for letting me have the mic, guys. I appreciate it. I'm gonna have to dip out and call my wife back, but it's great being here. I'm glad I was able to make it this morning.
Absolutely. Tell your wife I said hi, and have fun in Amsterdam.
It's 20 past 6 here in Amsterdam in the evening, 20 past 6, so you know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I know she's staying down in the city center, so yeah, I think they're doing windmill stuff too.
Cool. All right.
All right. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day.
Bye.
You as well, Joe. So I think the next artist that we have with us today is Mad Dolph. Mad Dolph, are you here today?
Check.
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Perfect. Yes.
All right, cool. So our my piece for the crypto law collection is the Bitcoin ATM machine that was invented in 2013. I created a piece called the ABM, the Automated Bitcoin Machine, and I want to give a shout out to Longshot for this collection because it has really been a good collection, educating me about the cryptocurrency and all that it comes with, because it was the NFT boom that basically brought all of us here. So most of us just knowing about NFTs, not making a good background research on cryptocurrency, what it's all about. I think that's something this collection is teaching us about, because I made some research on my piece, the Bitcoin ATM machine, and I found out some really interesting facts about it. It was operated by the RoboCoin, and it was designed for easy use. So people who use the Bitcoin ATM machine just have to use their palm for identification, and then they would exchange Bitcoin for cash, or cash for Bitcoin. It goes both ways. So yeah, I created the piece using Deli E on my AI. I tried numerous prompts before it gives me exactly what I was looking for, and yeah, I decided to use a pixelated art style for it, because when you think about it, 2013, think about 2013, like from now, it's like some years ago. So we got to, it looks like something that was old. So I just want to use a kind of old-fashioned style. Don't want to use black and white. So I use a pixelated style, because it rhymes both with the Pixel Palette Nation, that's the host of the collection. And yeah, it's also a way to like make us think about the things that happen, like the history that happens, it comes with. So yeah, I just created the art piece. It shows a number of people on the queue waiting to use the Bitcoin machine. This is because in the first month of this Bitcoin machine into existence, it's exceeded about $1 million dollars, Canadian dollars actually. And I also made some research on this, and I noticed that over half of these transactions were involved from new Bitcoin users. So it made me understand that having a Bitcoin machine really brings more people into using Bitcoin and give people more exposure in cryptocurrency. And I think it helps to create more awareness of Bitcoin and everything cryptocurrency is all about. So yeah, that's basically what I did for my art, and you can see it over there, the automated Bitcoin machine.
Dolph, I love the pixelation in your piece, truly. You know, you also were one of the open call participants, and we were happy to take the piece. It was, I mean, immaculate in my opinion. The 90s like video game style, it adds a different sort of perspective, and also the fact that you know, it portrays very well, I think, what it would have almost been like to experience that for the first time, right? Like, I feel like there would have been lines, but who knows? You know, I was not using Bitcoin, or was not operational in the crypto space in 2013. You know, it would be a very interesting thing to look into, would be to actually take a look at some of the transactions that might have happened from some of those early machines and see what some of the values are worth, right? Because especially that one in particular, with it being one of the very first BTC ATM machines to exceed $1 million in transaction, even in Canadian dollars. I still wonder what some of those people, if some of those people still hold, you know, what they purchased back all those years ago. I think that'd be a very, very interesting thing to actually take a. Did you ever find anything like that in the stories, Dolph? Oh, did I do that again?
No, your question, if I found you where.
No. If you had ever found any information about some of the Bitcoin that was transacted with at that time, right? Like some of the people, probably not, but I mean, just kind of like off the top.
I just saw that half of the transaction were from new Bitcoin users. So I don't know if I think new Bitcoin users can be people like maybe buying Bitcoin, buying Bitcoin or trading their Bitcoin or converting their dollar to Bitcoin. So it goes both ways.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, either way, Dolph, I think you did a fantastic job with this one, man. We're happy to have you showcased within this collection as well.
I think it's kind of funny and somewhat makes me feel really old, because in 2013, Dolph referred to the old school art of pixelation, and I remember playing Guitar Hero with my kids at the time. And I think that's when oh shoot, what's the I can't remember the Disney program that came out on PlayStation 1 at that point in time. There was a lot going on in changes in technology and whatnot, and it's amazing to see how we've progressed in just 20 years, 30 years to the technology that we have now.
Absolutely. And I think it's not going to slow down, right? I think we're going to continue to progress it just extraordinary rates as we go further and further into this.
Very cool. What I really like is the conversations that start because of what the art is talking about. It's very interesting. I love the history of Bitcoin and anything to do with that and with the space. Very, very cool. So who was speaking just now with the username I don't see it now. Oh, 5S. Who has the username 5S to his name? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, no, 5S, no. KJOU, that's long shot, I know that. So who is up next? Do we still have someone?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Kat, can you take a look at some of the people that in the room and see if we've gone through everybody?
Everyone that's here, at least.
I saw Uriel, but she's, I guess, Ragtor. She's not here right now. She also, I think, a part of this collection? Or am I wrong?
Yes,
I don't know.
yes.
Oh, she was here. I don't know.
Yes, no, you're the piece that Bitcoin having in 24 of this year. She was also another open call participant. And I think the piece that she made is stunning, right? It's got like a salmon color on one side and then more teal or darker teal color on the other. And it kind of shows like the different contrast through the color scheme that she put together for the piece. But for anyone who doesn't know, the Bitcoin halving event happens every 4 years. It's a time in crypto's history where the the mining rewards actually get halved, which means miners become scarcer, right? Meaning that the price is bound to go up, or that's at least like kind of the thinking behind that.
Exactly. Yeah. The happening. I don't know if you guys have heard of Plan B. He is this guy who created this mathematical model, like sort of predicting where Bitcoin is going. And for the past has there been 3 or 4 happenings? 3 happenings, I think, before. He was sort of like, his model predicted the right price for Bitcoin. So it's very interesting. And of course, we have to do with all sorts of other influences which affect the price, like Donald Trump getting a piece of his ear shot actually made the price of Bitcoin go up a little bit. But if he would have been killed, then it would have gone down. But it's been going down, so it's very interesting. And what I always find interesting, of course, Bitcoin, the blockchain itself doesn't have utility like the Ethereum blockchain has. So they, it's sort of like considered an asset, and it's something like, okay, that's more like gold. And then you have the Ethereum blockchain, where everything that we do as artists is really, pushing us further and helping us. And so I'm also like, I like Bitcoin, but I also like Ethereum, and I like other blockchains with certain functionality. So yeah, we're learning so much, and I think this collection is great in yeah, in teaching people. And I think that that's what needs to happen. We're doing the same for AI. Like there is a whole AI collection that we did together with Linked by Art and Vortex about the progress in AI tools and in AI art and AI artists. So I love the whole concept of teaching while looking at art. So very, very cool. I'm in front of the Muriel's piece now. It's very beautiful. Very cool.
You know, I had never heard of the Plan B guy. I would love to check him out if you have like a link to one of his
Yeah,
profiles or posts.
he is actually a Dutch guy, and he is like very good in math, apparently. Let me look up his Twitter profile and share it here. And he's called himself Plan B because he has a Plan B, because he works in the financial, in VC companies, and this is his Plan B because he sees where everything is going. It's a very interesting, and some people are against him, are saying, well, it's bullshit what he's doing. But so far, he's been right, and he's been right for a couple of years now. So yeah, very interesting profile.
You know what's funny with what's usually funny with that is, like, 5 years ago, 6 years ago today, you could ask somebody, what do you know about the crypto space, if you were just walking through your little hometown or whatever. And I guarantee you it would have been about the same notions that guy is receiving on a daily basis today. So I'm always interested in taking it new looks at things, right? Because we're so early on, and crypto has only been around for going on just over a decade, 10 to 15 years now.
Yeah.
In total. So in the grand scheme of things, you're really looking at a very, very small point on the the overall map of where this industry is going to go. And I think a lot of people do forget that, because things happen so quickly here. And, this space has been unregulated for so long that it's bred a certain type of environment, and it's bred a certain type of mentality in this space. And I think it's interesting because now that we're going into like more regulation, we're going into more governments and larger players, industry players getting involved. I think we're going to experience a lot of things that we really never have before in any point in human history, with this borderless, trustless payment systems that we're currently building right now.
Yeah. I'm actually also working for a DeFi company, and we are setting the company up under all the tax and legal regulations that are coming here in Europe. So it's very, very, very tough, but it's better. I like that there's more regulation. The only thing we need to be very careful about is that they don't kill the whole thing, or at least try to do it through these regulations. Like the on and off ramp, of course, there's regulations, but there's whole countries being excluded now from being able to use crypto or use the blockchain, and that is something I think we need to be very careful about, that we don't let that happen some way or the other. So of course Bitcoin is completely immutable, but the on and off ramp is where it's getting very interested and very difficult to operate. It's crazy.
I agree with you fully. The on and off ramping is usually, and has been for a very long time, some of the biggest hurdles for people to jump over, especially when you're talking like non-retail investment, when you're talking actual like big money angel investors, things like that coming into the crypto space. The number one question people ask is, how do I get my money back out? Right. Yeah. And there's a lot of implications that come with that. But I'm more of an optimistic person myself. I like to truly think that we're falling forward, if that makes sense, right? Because we are definitely going through growing pains as time goes on, and as we kind of figure out how this industry is going to play out in different parts of the world and different areas of industry. But I couldn't agree more with you. I do think it's one of the more important things to focus on. And I think as a person, you know, that's in your position, that's kind of like at least up in the conversation, right, about what's going to happen. I think that's one of the best positions to be in, right, because you're at least involved.
Yeah, and that's what I want it to be everywhere. You know, I want to be involved in NFTs. I want to be involved in blockchain. I want to be involved in the metaverse. I want the other people to get involved. And yeah, and I actually started doing all this because I was getting so fed up with all the scammers and all like the people that did these huge cash grabs. And then, you know, I'm like, okay, I'm going to just build something myself. I don't care. You know, so that's how the Paladin Punk started. That's how Moon Mars started. And the company I work with now in DeFi, you know, they are sort of making use of the combination of the experience I have in Web3 and the experience I have before Web3. So, but I do want to take part. I do want to at least have a voice. And even if it's very small, you know, I know what's going on, and I'm trying to like keep track, and I'm not trying to get sidetracked too much, and I want to get everyone involved, like all the artists involved, like, hey, make sure you know how all this works, so once more people come in and once it starts becoming more mainstream, then you are the authority together with, you know, all of us, like anyone that's in here today is actually very, very badass, really. After all this bear market and all these things happening with NFTs, I think anyone that's here is really, really great and should be applauded. And if we don't feel it today, like in what we can earn for our artwork or for our work, you know, everyone is working for free in here. No one's getting paid, but in the long run, I mean, I already see it in my situation where I am now getting paid for doing a Web3 job, which is combining my experience with my Web3 experience. And of course, that's not as an artist, but my time will come that I can be an artist again, you know, or full-time again. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. And once again, let me just say thank you guys for having us today. I know the artists appreciate being able to showcase in, you know, more of a unique type of way rather than just say a 2D flat, you know, Foundation gallery. I know Foundation recently introduced that storyboard feature, but it is still like I don't know, it feels very Web 2 compared to some of the other technology that we're using. I mean, we're speaking to each other in a 3D environment right now. So yeah, appreciate the ability or the chance to showcase our collection here with you guys this morning. And once again, I'll say, if there's any more artists that are here waiting to speak, please speak, because your name is just what mine is right now, a bunch of random letters and numbers. It looks like a wallet address, and I do not know wallet addresses by heart. So please, if you want to talk up and speak about your piece, please do so now. But otherwise, yeah, once again, girls, thank you so much. And we'll definitely have to get you guys up on a PPN stage going forward, because we want, you know, the whole idea of the platform is to be able to introduce new opportunities to artists. And I think this is an absolutely fantastic one with your guys' Super Community 6 coming up in the next few months, if I'm not mistaken. And just getting the Discord and thing going for the community to actually kind of have a place to talk and converge. I think it's fantastic. We'd love to do whatever we could to help you along that way.
Very cool. Yeah, for me still, this is the best place to have a meeting. Like, you're on your phone now, so it's a little bit difficult. But if you would be on a desktop, or, you know, then and get used to the technology and get used to on cyber, we always meet in here. And actually, the best times are not during the event, but around the event, like getting it ready or afterwards, or just talking to each other one-on-one. It's so much more comfortable than a Twitter Spaces. It's so much more fun. You can share your screen. So for me, this is already the future, but it is going to take at least another 5 years until many people understand like the possibilities in here, plus have computers or Wi-Fi connections so it works well, because that's another thing that is still like friction that needs to be taken away. So yeah, but thank you. Yeah, I'm sure Sketch and Shira, maybe you also want to say something. But yeah, for sure, we want to come join your Twitter Spaces to talk for sure.
See, the way I like to look at it personally is, right, it's we're coming into this area where we have different options like this to be able to have these meetings. But I like to look at it as the general public, right? Like, where am I going to get most of the opportunity to get new eyes or garnish new audience members on the stuff. So that's why we do a lot of our things on Twitter, because of that ability to attract new people that have never seen us before. Right? I think having a space like this is fantastic to be able to showcase things, but like on the side of like reach and things like that. That's why at least we keep our things on Twitter, and you know, on other various social media platforms. But yeah, no, I agree with you fully. And also just, yeah, I think about 80% or so of your daily average user of Web3 uses a cell phone, right? So we have to be able to meet them at their level. Otherwise, they're not going to meet us at ours. Or at least that's just the way I like to approach it.
No, it's very true. And I see the metaverse more for like the local usage. So for example, I'm a photographer. And I have a big audience in the Netherlands for my landscape photography that I do there. And but these people are, you know, they are not in Web3 and they're not going to be for a long time. But I see it more for local businesses that have maybe a website and then want to show something to their local audiences. So they've seen them in real life, maybe they've done an exhibition, and it's more of an extension like that. And then on top of that, you can meet people worldwide. But so that's how I see it. It's more like the audiences that are already there for the artist could be like met inside the metaverse. Like, look at what I have now. You can always come in, and we can talk about our work and like that. So yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I completely agree. It's right. It's because it's such a newer concept that when you show this to somebody who's never experienced something like this before, they're mind blown. Like, truly, they're like, well, you can do what now? Like just a video game on your phone that I could, it's crazy, right? It's just a new idea and it's very interesting. But yeah, very excited to continue working with you guys going forward and see how we can mutually grow together, because I truly think that's what it's all about, right? The space is so niche and so small already. There's no need to compete with each other when we can truly help each other grow. When, you know, most of the members and all of these art communities are truly in all of the art communities, right? They're everywhere because the artists see it as an opportunity to gain more exposure for themselves. So I think it's, you know, it's only right of them to be in multiple communities. So I think us as community leads or community managers, we should be able to kind of step back and realize that, right? And be like, well, why aren't we doing things that are going to help the entire ecosystem rather than just a singular entity?
Exactly.
But yeah, once again.
Yeah, we're standing on the roof of the biggest example of it, you know, with the super community. Yeah, we should work together. A rising tide lifts all boats, and that is basically our motto, has been our motto. So
well, perfect. And thank you guys for allowing us to showcase. And if I could just leave it off with one piece for the artist. Guys, I know the art market is slow right now. I know the NFT market is very slow. A lot of attention is focused on meme coins and things like this. But I truly believe that everything, especially in this digital space, will come back to the art eventually. And with the collection and the narrative that we've put together as a group with Crypto Lore, I think has been extraordinary. And I think it's exactly what Peng said, right? Like it's almost too good not to notice once some of those funds and some of the liquidity is back into the space a little bit more, and the focus shifts a little bit more towards the collectibles rather than the, you know, the greed index. I think we'll be in a very good position then. But yeah, you know, keep creating things, keep being very creative, the creative, beautiful soul that you are, and go touch some grass today. It's a beautiful Saturday. But yeah, once again, thank you, and yeah, I hope you guys all enjoy.
Wonderful. Thank you for these kind words. I want to give Sketch and Shira the opportunity to make a closing statement as well. So are you guys close to your mics?
Yeah, I'm here at Sketchlight. Yeah, thank you, Longshot. It's amazing. It's amazing initiative to do this kind of collection. I think it's really special and really educational. It's really like to active the artist to break their boundaries kind of in a way. Think a little bit about what's going on and the history of the crypto and anything. And thank you for coming and thank you for doing this with us. If we can let's do like a group ending picture so you you see like me dancing with the two Anons. Come do this is the same dance like close to us. We take the final picture and then we're gonna close. And Shira, of course, if you want to say something.
Maybe she's having issues with her mic. Anyway, yeah, so whoever wants to talk and hang out a little bit, feel free. I do have to leave actually, but it's always nice to talk afterwards a little bit with each other as if you're in a Twitter Spaces, if you feel like it. But we've been almost going for 2 hours, so it's been a really good space. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave.
I'm gonna close the broadcast to YouTube, and guys, feel free if someone have question, anything, ideas, feedback. We are here for you guys, so we're gonna hang out a little bit more. I'm approving the mic.
And for any of the artists in crypto lore, if there's anything you guys need, also same. I'm going to be here for another 5 minutes or so as I walk back to my house. So here for questions, here for conversation, whatever it is.
Also, I see the Vertex 10K avatar here. Why can I see it like on the list? Who it is?
Catalina, is she not on the list? Yeah, Catalina's on the list.
Yeah, Catalina, okay, very nice. Happy to see you here. Thank you for coming.
Hi, I believe that you can hear me.
Yes.
Oh, all right. My name is Marvel. I'm from the Galleria community. Been here since about 20 minutes since the party started. It's been a beautiful one, and I want to say thank you for the opportunity to be part of this community. It's an amazing one, as it's from all of my team. And hearing the topics and the chat from the artists makes me want to know more and even more details about a couple of these arts. So I'm just going to check the art a little bit more on X, then I'm going to see through it. And yeah, this is me just saying thank you for the good time. It was amazing learning more, seeing into different perspective of the artist and all of that. It's been a beautiful one. And yeah, this is a great community.